Hey everyone, it's Dylan Boyer with the Aliveness Project and Dining Out for Life. We are here at Graze in the North Loop, one of our new restaurant partners for Dining Out for Life. And what's special about this restaurant partner is not just one place, it's an entire food hall. That's right, you can come here and get a little bit of everything. They are doing 35% of the entire food hall are going to be donated back to support our HIV prevention and care services at the Aliveness Project. I just wanted to give you a little sneak peek about what this place looks like. If you've never been here before, why don't you go ahead and follow me. I'm here with Stassi from Graze in the North Loop, and she's here to answer a couple of my questions that I have. First, Stassi, thanks for being here with me today.
Thank you. You're amazing.
Yeah.
I just met you for the first time, and I just love it.
Yeah. This is super. This is a beautiful building.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I just wanted to know, like, why Graze in the North Loop? What's the concept here? What's the community like, and why here?
Yeah. I love it. So Graze and even the food hall concept is a relatively new thing in the service industry. So we've been pushing boundaries here. The intention behind Graze, the original concept, was to be a container for local chefs to be able to test out their concept and be able to see if their concept was viable to grow into something bigger and larger outside of this space. And then while they're here, we, as patrons, as employees, as people in the building, we get to experience a diverse, eclectic mix of different cuisines, different types of people, different cultures. That was something that was also really important to us, that it didn't feel like it was just this one-size-fits-all. We really want to celebrate diversity while including everyone in it. We don't want people to conform and to fit in. So that's where we're at right now. We're growing. We are in our third year currently, and things are going good.
Well, and I could feel that diversity when we were walking around earlier. It's just I say there's a little bit for everyone.
Yes, exactly.
And we're all in one space.
Exactly.
And what I always find what's beautiful about the Aliveness Project too is we sit around a communal table and we're able to talk about our stories, our experiences, our day, and be able to do that all over food that we are enjoying.
Yes.
And I have an opportunity to talk to Yia, who is chef and owner over at Union Mund Kitchen here. Yia, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, it's really great. So I just want to kind of know a little bit about what got you started in food and what is your passion behind cooking. Tell me a little bit about your journey to here.
Yeah, so obviously with food, I've told people that I actually I was trying to get out of it. So it's like that. It's like that girl that you date for a little bit, break up, you go back and beg, and you keep doing that.
Back and forth.
Yeah, for 15 years, and I'm like, I might as well put a ring on it because I think I'm in love with you somewhere, and so that's how it was me in the kitchen, and eventually, one of my things is finding out my why. Like, why do I love doing this? What is the and when we have a saying that we always say, it's every dish has a narrative, and you follow that narrative long enough and close enough, you get to the people behind the food, and once you're there, it's actually not about the food, it's about people. And for me, that's what I did. I was like, here's some food I love, and that's what's the narrative, and I follow that narrative, and it led me back to my mom and dad's table.
Wow.
And when I'm eating the food that I grew up with, like Hmong food that just rejuvenates the soul, I realized that this is my why. And so the thing is, then I want to tell their story through our food. And so everything when you come to a Union Mund Kitchen, everything that you're eating there, a lot of that is just, kind of renditions or different formats of food that we ate growing up. So it's Hmong food, and and so people are always asking, what is Hmong food? And I say Hmong food has 4 components to it. It has a protein, it has a rice, it has a vegetable, and then the most important thing, it has a hot sauce. So when you come here, the easiest dish I say to get is we have it's called the zhongxie meal. In the Hmong word, zhongxie means happy, because we can't technically use happy meal. So we call it the zhongxie meal, and when you get that, you get all 4 of that. You know, you pick your protein, you get the sticky rice, you get a vegetable, and then there's a hot sauce that you can.
I was just eating some of your sticky rice earlier, and it's the stickiest sticky rice I've ever had in my life. It's so delicious.
Yeah, so
thank you for that gift that you gave me.
Yeah. It's awesome, and I think that especially with parents who have kids here, they freak out because it's purple, right?
Yeah.
So because we mix the white rice and the black rice together, and we soak them together, and you get that purple rice. And so parents come in and they'll tell us, they're like, my kids don't need anything, but when they get here, they love the purple sticky rice, and I can buy them a big bag of that, and they'll down it, and like we feel like they're taken care of.
We're here with Gerard, and Gerard is owner of a few of the different restaurants here. The Soul Bowl, Bad Wings, Last Drop Coffee, and part owner of Graze too.
Yes,
right?
along with my beautiful wife, Brittany. Yep.
Awesome. Well, thanks for being here with me. No problem. So yeah, I just want to know a little bit about Graze and the concepts behind it, and then also your food and some of the standout meals for you.
Graze really came about. We wanted to create an opportunity in this densely populated area in North Loop to connect amazing people in this neighborhood to local food.
Cool.
And somebody's been in the restaurant industry for a long time. It would be hard for these individual restaurants to have this type of location in the space to be able to showcase what they do. And so we have strength in numbers here at Graze. We also really push to be a diverse and inclusive space and kind of champion the Minneapolis that we want to see within our four walls. And our partnership with Aliveness Project is showcasing some of that work. And so we really just try to keep that partnership going. And we also are kind of like an incubator, so a lot of our vendors it's their first brick and mortar, or they're coming from a food truck into their first brick and mortar, and so they get an opportunity to really get like that full experience of what having a restaurant in a busy downtown area would be like, and a lot of them grow and continue to blossom on into other things. So that's really Graze's kind of purpose, just connecting and have a little community hub. And we love to be like an all-day spot. So whether you come in the morning for coffee, or you come in for happy hour, it's the weekend, and you're going to Twins game, you can be a little bit of a chameleon and have something for everyone.
Yeah, a little bit of everything for everyone.
A little bit of everything.
I love it. It feels like a very welcoming space. And so, are you a chef, or how did you get your start in food? And tell me a little bit about behind the concepts of Soul Bowl, Bad Wings, and Last Drop Coffee as well.
Yeah, I'm a chef by trade.
Okay.
I worked in the downtown Minneapolis area for 10 years for a corporate restaurant, opened in restaurants, and got an opportunity to get out and do my own thing. And so we really started Soul Bowl because we wanted just the legacy and heritage of soul food to live on in Minneapolis. There was a lot of different things like just inhibiting the growth of soul food as a whole, but we wanted to repackage it in a way that was ready for millennials in this generation and could be faster and quick and have good service. And so Soul Bowl is just really taking all of the things that affected soul food's growth under a microscope and just attacking those problems head on to make this new concept that can have vegan and vegetarian items and have gluten-free items, and just make sure there's no barriers to entry to soul food, which for me is my heritage, and a lot of the stories and legacy is shared within that food. So we just want to make sure for my generation, my friends, and for my son's generation that soul food will be along, and we think Soul Bowl is the vessel to kind of make sure that stays alive. And for Bad Wings, similarly, we wanted to have a customizable wing experience. I have a lot of family members, vegan and vegetarian, and they don't really know what it's like to roll their sleeves up and have a great wing experience. So we wanted to make an all-inclusive wing experience, so whether you're plant-based or you have different dietary needs, that you can still have that wing flavors. And then we pull sauces that are regional flavors. So lemon pepper wet is a sauce that comes out of Atlanta. Mambo sauce is from DC. We have our Triple OG, which was made from one of our staff members here in Minneapolis. And so we like to take these regional flavors that maybe you haven't got a chance to experience in Minneapolis, and kind of house them under one roof. So you get a pick of tenders or sliders or wings, and then you can pick the sauces that you want. And it's really something for everybody, kind of fun, customizable wing experience.
Cool. And I have the pleasure to be here with Sean from the Fabled Rooster, and he's going to just kind of like tell me a little bit about what got started him with cooking and starting his restaurant, the Fabled Rooster. So welcome, Sean. Thanks for being here with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So if you just tell me a little bit about like what your passion is behind cooking.
Yeah, so I don't know. I really got into cooking, learning to cook from my grandmother. As a kid, so that's pretty much who taught me to cook. And then I came from a fine dining background, and then gradually just wanted to kind of shift into, barbecue, but bringing that focus of quality, along the way with it. So then that's kind of how the Fabled Rooster was born. So our motto is we take really old recipes that have been passed down through the generations, and then we just tweak them with modern technologies and techniques, and then just kind of make them our own.
I love that. Is barbecue, is that something that you used to cook with your grandmother? Or?
Yeah, so I'm from Tennessee.
Okay.
So it's always hard finding, good southern restaurants up here. Like, don't get me wrong, we have a few great ones.
Yep.
But barbecue was always the thing I always did at home for myself, and I swore I would never open a barbecue joint because I didn't want it to ruin my hobby. And then finally we came here, I was like, all right, like maybe it's time to bring the barbecue to the table.
Great. So if somebody came to the Fabled Rooster today and they were going to order that one meal, what's the one thing that you would tell them that they had to get, even if it's just a side dish?
It's tough. So we actually, last year we took third place for best barbecue in the state of Minnesota for the Star Tribune Best of. Yeah, so we're going for first place this year.
Get it.
So obviously the barbecue, you got to try the meats. Fan favorites, the Cajun truffle fries.
Okay.
That's pretty much an item that goes on every single ticket when people come in.
Nice.
My personal favorite, the new crowd favorite, we make brisket egg rolls. So we take our smoked brisket and we roll it into an egg roll with a bunch of pimento cheese dip. And then it gets our secret sauce for dipping, which is kind of a nice little spicy but mild dipping sauce. And those are they're addictive.
Yeah, making me hungry, and I've already ate. Yeah. So, well, thank you so much for being here with me, and hopefully we get to see you on April 28th for Dine Out for Life, and folks can say hi to you.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be a part of it and have you guys here.
We are too. Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye-bye.